The management. Okay. Management through movies is an initiative by Square Sequel Consulting, and the reason we started MTM is to extend learning beyond the classroom. We, as trainers and facilitators, usually show movie clips in our sessions, so we thought, why not extend it beyond the conference room? So we meet every few weeks or once in a month to discuss the latest movie based on true events or from which we can draw some leadership lessons. And by that said, and we also say that we do not recommend or review any movie that we use in our sessions. So with that said, I would like to hand it over to Arvindji. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Afreen. And this is welcome all to the session of Management Through Movies as a part of Square Sequel Consulting Private Limited initiative. And the movie we are going to discuss today, the name of the movie is Super 30. And it was directed by Mr. Vikas Behel. And it had Hrithik Roshan and Mrinal Thakur. And Hrithik Roshan was playing role of Mr. Anand Kumar, who is a renowned mathematician, and it's based on the life of Anand Kumar, a successful mathematician, not only renowned, who opens a program by name of Super 30 to teach 30 poor students for JEE. And this was for their JEE advanced examination, and that too free of cost. So this was the background on which this movie has been created. And if you wish to see this movie, though we are not recommending, you can see it on Disney Hotstar, right? And if we lay out the agenda for the day. So first, we are going to discuss the storyline of the movie. Once we discuss the storyline of the movie, we are going to talk about the learnings from the movie Super 30. And then we are going to have the question answers. And let's have a disclaimer here. We say that we learn from the movies, and we are not at all doing any kind of review or any recommendations whether you should watch this movie or not. Right? So let's have a brief discussion of the movie. So this movie is about Mr. Anand Kumar, a mathematician from Patna, that is in India, and he works his way out through challenges towards success before running the Super 30 program for IIT aspirants in Patna. Movie narrates the journey as how all 30 disciples of Anand Kumar get into IIT JEE on the first attempts. So let me tell you once again, he had 30 disciples, and 30 out of 30 got into IIT JEE entrance examination on the first attempt, 100% result, right? So to understand this movie better, let me take you through the trailer of this movie. So I'm going to show you the trailer. Let me connect the sound so that the trailer is there. Yeah. Here it comes. Okay, before I take it further, is the sound and the visibility good enough for the video?
Yes.
Okay.
जी हाँ, इंडिया से थर्ड वर्ल्ड कंट्री, चीप लेबर का देश। फिर हम सोचते हैं कि पेप्सिको का वर्ल्ड वाइड हिट कौन है, यूनिलीवर कौन चला रहा है मास्टर कार्ड, वोडाफोन, डॉइच बैंक। अगर किसी को नहीं पता तो गूगल कर लीजिए, और लगे यार ये भी गूगल कर लीजिए कि गूगल का हिट कौन है, वो भी एक इंडियन ही है। क्या बनना चाहते हो?
हमारे तो ऐसे सबसे ज्यादा कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग में है, तो
बन जाएगा।
ऐसा स्टार बनाएंगे आनंद को कि दुनिया देखेगा, करोड़ों कमाएंगे।
आनंद जी अपना सेंटर शुरू किए हैं।
फ्री कोचिंग? आनंद जी, ये चीटिंग है ये।
तो किस्मत इन बच्चों के साथ जो किया वो क्या? प्रतिभा दिए, साधन नहीं दिए, चीटिंग नहीं तो और क्या? आशीर्वाद है। पिताजी क्या करते हैं?
ड्राइवरी करते हैं।
कचरे का ट्रक चलाते हैं।
नमक के फैक्ट्री में मजदूरी करते हैं।
पिताजी नहीं है।
ये अमीर लोग अपने लिए खूब चिकना सड़क बनाए, हमारी राह में सा बड़ा बड़ा गड्ढा खोद दिए। लेकिन यही वो सबसे बड़ी गलती करती है, हमको साला छलांग लगाना सिखाती है। जब समय आएगा सबसे बड़ा और सबसे लंबा छलांग हम ही मारेंगे। बायोटेक इंजीनियर, मरीन आर्किटेक्ट, नासा। अरे आज राजा का बेटा राजा नहीं बनेगा, राजा वही बनेगा जो हकदार होगा।
Oh, that was the trailer of the movie. And now, once we have seen the background from which the movie has come, has been created, and we have seen the trailer, let's share the learnings from the proceedings of this movie. And let me give you another disclaimer. We don't claim that these are the only learnings from this movie. Definitely, if you watch the movie, you can have some more learnings with a different perspective. But these, as far as our understanding is concerned, we find these learning, and we find these learning the most important ones from the movies. So we are going to share these learnings with all of you. So be ready for these learnings. And learning number one. And learning number one says that no obstacle or a problem is bigger than the human resolve. And this is shared in this movie. In one of the instances, Mr. Anand Kumar, he went to BHU library. And when he came second in a competition, so he saw there was a foreign journal. और उस foreign journal में बड़े important questions होते थे mathematics और physics के. So he asked someone कि where can we get these foreign journals? So people told him कि इसके लिए you will have to go to BHU. So he was living at a place which was far away from BHU. That means not in Banaras. He was living some other city. उस शहर से he took a truck and a train and a bus to reach BHU and somehow entered into the library. And while he was sitting on the floor of the library and trying to solve a problem, a mathematical problem, which was given in this in the foreign journal, the librarian came and said, "कि तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?" And he said, "My name is Anand." उसने कहा पूरा नाम क्या है? Because he wanted to know his surname. So Anand knew अगर पूरा नाम बता दिया तो he'll be thrown out of the library. So somehow he avoided telling the entire name. So librarian actually disreputed him and threw him out of it. So one of the guard there said कि अगर यहाँ पे फॉरेन जर्नल चाहिए तो इसके जो प्रॉब्लम्स है उसमें सोल्यूशन भेज दो और लाइफ लॉन्ग ये जर्नल तुम्हारे पास आने लगेगा. एंड दैट्स व्हाट ही डिड. ही टुक अ कॉपी ऑफ दैट फॉरेन जर्नल. उसमें जो प्रॉब्लम थी उस मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन दिया जिसका किसी ने अभी तक नहीं दिया था दुनिया में. एंड he sent it to London. That foreign journal was from London. And once he got the answer for this foreign journal, and he was selected, his article was selected for that, and it was published there. And then once his article was published in that journal, he went to BHU in front of that librarian and showed that name to him. My name is Anand Kumar, as you can see, as it was written right below the article. So no obstacle or problem is bigger than the human resolve. Anand Kumar became bigger than the problem. The moment a problem comes to you, became bigger than the problem. Problem अपने आप छोटी हो जाएगी. That is learning number one. Learning number two, theory of reciprocation works in every field of life, in any corner of the world. And what is theory of reciprocation? Theory of reciprocation says, if I'm going to be good to people, people are going to be good to me. If I'm going to be bad to people, people are going to be bad to me. That's the theory of reciprocation. और शायद गीता का ज्ञान भी यही कहता है कि जैसा कर्म करोगे वैसे ही फल मिलेगा. तो कर्म की चिंता फल की चिंता मत करो, अपने कर्म को बेहतर बनाओ. So this is shown in this movie when Anand Kumar's father was a postman, and he was a very helpful postman. वो लोगों की चिट्ठियां पढ़ते थे. He used to help people to shift their furniture in their houses. वो लोगों के मवेशियों को भी उनकी भी देखभाल करते थे. और जाहिर सी बात है पोस्टमैन का काम तो करते ही थे. And not only outside in his office, also he used to work एवरीवन, किसी को छुट्टी चाहिए थी तो उसकी जगह काम कर लेते थे, किसी को कहीं जाना होता था तो उसकी हेल्प कर देते थे। एंड दिस काइंड ऑफ, एंड ही वाज शोन इज अ वेरी हेल्पफुल पर्सन। और इसका रेसिप्रोकेशन उन्हें कब मिला? व्हेन ऋतिक रोशन to went to the post office to send his article to London, and the cost was rupees 200, sending it by post to London, and उनके पास इतना पैसा नहीं था। तो everyone in the office contributed to ensure that 200 रुपए इकट्ठे हो जाएं, और उनका आर्टिकल आनंद कुमार जी का, जो कि पोस्टमैन के बेटे थे, is sent to London. And this is how they helped him out when the opportunity came. So, my dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, theory of reciprocation works in this world. Because if you are good to people, people are going to be good to you. If you are going to help people, people are going to help you. So we can actually, with the help of theory of reciprocation, design the behavior of others by reframing or redesigning our behavior. This was learning number 2. Let's go to learning number 3. And learning number 3 says a failure is not an end of the road. It is just a bend of the road. And as it was shown in the movie, Anand Kumar had a dream of getting education from Cambridge. And he was successful in getting that dream done when he got admission to the college, to the university. But he couldn't join because he had financial limitations. His father withdrew all his PF funds. Everything was, even his mother's surrendered all her jewelry, but still he was not able to make up enough funds to go to Cambridge. He took help from the minister, he refused, and everyone just said sorry when it came to the financial help. And ultimately, his dream was shattered. And later on, he says, if I would have gone to Cambridge, perhaps I wouldn't have created a roadway for these 30 students to get to IIT. This, I think, is a bigger achievement for me in life. So his biggest desire converted into a failure, but he didn't take that as the end of the road. For him, it was just a bend of the road, and he took a new direction. And he took care of his values and his strengths and created a better future, not only for himself, but for 30 other students. So, my dear friends, failure is not the end of the road. That is learning number 3. Learning number 4, we should work on our strengths. We should work what we know the best. And when Mr. Anand Kumar was not able to get his admission to Cambridge, he also lost his father at the same time. He also lost all his money and finances, and he was almost bankrupt. So what did he start to do? He started making papad, and he started selling papad. And this was not his strength. So he was somehow surviving. And one particular day, accidentally, he meets Mr. Pandey, who was owner of a coaching institute. And he recognized Mr. Anand Kumar, and he said, why don't you come and teach mathematics to the students who are preparing for engineering? And this is something which he knew. This was his strength. Teaching mathematics was his strength. And the moment he started teaching mathematics in the coaching college, he started to have a better yield. His financial situation became better. He had a maid at his house. He started getting some jewelry. Even his love life was becoming better. He was getting to understand that now he can marry the love of his life. So everything started to become better because he was working on his strength. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, it's said that a person who works on his strengths is 6 times more engaged than the person who is not working on his strength. Not only more engaged, 6 times he is most likely to do what he does the best every day. And 3 times he is as likely to have an excellent quality of life. As you can see, the moment Mr. Anand Kumar started to work on his strength as a mathematician, he had a better quality of life. So work on his strengths, work on what you know the best. That was learning number 4. Now let's come to learning number 5. Once we establish our strengths, go to the values that drive you. First is work on your strengths. You'll improve your lifestyle. Work on your values. You will improve your life. And there's a difference between lifestyle and life. And it is very well shown in this movie when Anand Kumar started to work on his strengths. He got money and recognition. As you can see in the picture, Anand Kumar ji के hoarding बड़े बड़े लग रहे हैं शहर में. He became very famous. But उसको satisfaction नहीं मिल रहा था. His contribution was very high. लेकिन satisfaction अभी भी उसको नहीं मिल रहा था. Somewhere उसकी जो मन की कड़वाहट थी वो अभी भी उसके अंदर थी. बट थोड़ा बहुत तो सक्सेस मिल ही रही थी. तो एक दिन की बात है, while he was returning at a parking place, he saw a boy, as you can see in the picture. He was solving a mathematic problem. And while he was deeply engrossed in solving the problem, उसको सुपरवाइजर की आवाज आती है और कहता है इधर आओ बच्चे. And he has to leave the mathematics problem then and there. This got Mr. Anand Kumar into the nostalgia. उनको अपनी लाइब्रेरी वाली बात याद आ गई कि कैसे लाइब्रेरियन ने उनको मैथमेटिक्स की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने का मौका नहीं दिया था. एंड दिस इग्नाइटेड द इमोशन इन हिम. उनके अंदर कड़वाहट तो थी और इसने इस मोमेंट ने इसको इग्नाइट कर दिया. एंड ही was rethinking and he started rethinking how can he find the values that will drive him. और इस चीज को फर्दर रियलाइजेशन दिलाया अगले इंसिडेंट ने. एंड दैट इज लर्निंग नंबर 6. इट सेज दैट रियलाइजेशन इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. रियलाइजेशन मतलब जब कोई भी गलती हमें दिल से महसूस होती है, व्हेन समथिंग strikes at our heart within ourselves. That's what realization is. And when realization happens, transformation is a follow-up activity. And while he was going on the rickshaw puller, and this rickshaw puller was the father of the boy who was doing the mathematics problem. तो रिक्शा पुलर सेट कि साहब हमको कौन पढ़ने का मौका देगा, हम सब तो एकलव्य की तरह हैं. वी आर ऑल लाइक एकलव्य. And if you all know the story of Ekalav, Ekalav was one of the person who was a competitor of Arjun, and he was as good as an archer as Arjun was. And when Dronacharya came to know about Ekalav, he asked Ekalav to cut his thumb. So that's what this rickshaw puller said. कि सर हम लोग तो एकलव्य हैं, जहां हम सफल होने लगते हैं अमीर लोग हमारा अंगूठा काट लेते हैं. तो ही सेड कि राजा का बेटा ही तो राजा बनेगा, हमारा बेटा राजा थोड़ी बनेगा. एंड दिस रिमाइंड्स मिस्टर आनंद कुमार ऑफ व्हाट हिज फादर यूज्ड टू से. हिज फादर यूज्ड टू से अब वो समय बदल गया कि राजा का बेटा ही राजा बनेगा, अब वो राजा बनेगा जो डिजर्व करता है. एंड दिस struck him bad in his heart, and this was the realization moment. And the moment this realization came, transformation happened. He renounced all the luxuries of life. He sent all his bike, all his jewelry, all the things he earned from that. He sold, earned from the money which we earned from this coaching institute, and he sold everything and declared that he is going to give free tuition, free coaching to those aspirants who want to join IIT. And he declared that, and he opened his own center. सो जो व्यक्ति खूब आराम से अपनी जिंदगी जी रहा था, अपनी स्ट्रेंथ पे काम करके, वैल्यूज के आते ही उसका बिल्कुल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो गया. एंड ही स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन हिज वैल्यूज. उसकी वैल्यू क्या थी? गिव अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू पीपल हु आर अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दिस वाज लर्निंग नंबर 6. रियलाइजेशन is the first step to transformation. Now let's go to learning number 7. And learning number 7 is that be an activator. Start with whatever you have. कोई चीज नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं. Mr. Anand Kumar was not having enough resource material, course material, because उनके पास पैसे नहीं थे किताबें खरीदने के लिए. And what did he do? जब भी उसको प्रॉब्लम दिखती थी तो he started referring to the real problems of the life in real incidents. For instance, अगर ट्रेन की एवरेज स्पीड निकालनी है तो he used to take his students to the railway platform, to the railway station, and he used to show them, see, this is the train going. The train is going with a particular this kilometer per hour speed, and there's another train which is coming from this kilometer per hour speed. And when these trains are crossing, and the length of the train is and the length of the train used to be the real length of the train which just passed. How much time will it take the train to cross each other? So this problem was not narrated, this was shown. And many times in our design thinking sessions, in our innovation sessions, we say, don't say, show. And that's what Anand Kumar used to do at that time. He was not telling about the problem, he was showing the problem. And by showing the problem, uh, he was actually helping them to visualize the problem. And if showing was not possible, he was using the curiosity mindset of people, of his students, and he trained his students to imagine and visualize the problem and the statements. And when they visualized, they were able to solve it better. So, किताबों की कमी या रिसोर्स मटेरियल की कमी या कोर्स मटेरियल की कमी उनके स्टूडेंट्स को रोक नहीं पाई, and they kept on preparing with the help of visualization and real life, real time situations. So be an activator. There is definitely a solution if you are looking for the solution. And last but not the least, eighth learning which we get, and the eighth learning is goals are not designed as per the current situation. Actually, current situation is changed as per the goal. जो आपकी स्थिति है उस हिसाब से गोल्स को मत बनाइए, जो आपका गोल है उसको डिसाइड करिए और उस हिसाब से अपनी स्थिति को परिवर्तित करिए. You will be getting towards the goal. If you can have a look at this picture where this boy is standing in front of the car, और इसके जो फादर हैं वो एक नमक की फैक्ट्री में काम करते हैं, तो दे वेंट टू द ओनर ऑफ दिस फैक्ट्री एंड सेड कि हमारा बच्चा कल से काम पे नहीं आ पाएगा. सो दिस ओनर सेड क्यों भाई काम से करके नहीं आ पाएगा? ही सेड कि वो आईआईटी में जाना चाहता है. सो दिस गाय सेड तुमने कभी इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब भी देखा है? सो नाउ इमेजिन अ पर्सन हु हैज नॉट इवन सीन इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब इवन फॉर वंस इन हिज लाइफ, वो आदमी सोच रहा है नासा में जाके एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए कि और बाकी प्लैनेट्स में कितनी लाइफ है. ही सेड कि अब मैं जाके आईआईटी में अपना सिलेक्शन कराऊंगा. अगर रियलिटी देखी जाए तो जिसने आज तक बल्ब नहीं देखा वो नासा में जाने की बात कैसे सोच सकता है? ऑन द कॉन्ट्रेरी, he did not change his dream, he did not change his goal, he actually changed his current situation so that it can take him to goal. And when these things happen, miracles happen and goals and dreams are established. As we all know, dreams have got a very crazy and funny ways of coming true. So this was learning number 8. Goals are not designed as per the current situation. Current situation is designed or changed as per the goal. So these are 8 learnings which I found in this movie. Let's summarize them all. Learning number 1, no obstacle or problem is bigger than the human being or human resolve. Learning number 2, theory of reciprocation works everywhere in the world. If you are good to people, people are going to be good to you. Learning number 3, a failure is not the end of the road. It's just a bend of the road. Learning number 4, work on your strengths. No, do what you know the best. Learning number 5, your strengths. Once they are established, once you get success from strengths, find your values. They will give you satisfaction. Learning number 6, realization is the first step of transformation. So don't worry about transformation. Go for realization. Be an activator. Don't worry for the right time to come, right resources to come. Start with whatever you have. And last but not the least, goals are not designed as per the current situation. Current situation is changed as per the goal. So these are the 8 learnings. And as I stated in the start of the session, these are not the only 8 learnings. If you look if you see the movie, you might get a few more. But this is as far as our understanding is concerned, these are the learnings which we can find out. So this was the learning from these movies. Time for question and answers. A quick Q&A session. If the question answers are there, they're fine. If some comments, they are invited as well.
No questions, but I would like to share my experience.
Oh, sure.
When my father bought my first wristwatch, HMT Pilot C, it was in the late 70s. I was curious about the speed of the train and had the habit of watching out of the window all the time. There
Okay.
used to be telegraph poles along the railway track.
Mhm.
You observe them even today, they mark every 100 meters. So understanding the distance of the meters and the number of seconds or minutes to travel, मीटर गेज का स्पीड क्या था, मिरर्स बैंगलोर, मिरर्स कोल्हापुर, वो हमारे हॉबी बन गए तभी से बाहर देखते थे। हमको स्कूल में सिखा देते कि द ट्रीज द फार्दर डिस्टेंस गो इन सेम डायरेक्शन ऑफ द ट्रेन।
Okay.
तो व्हेन दे टीच द persistent vision, मतलब ऐसा क्यों? Even watch today when you're sitting in a bus or a train, those observations are actually useful when you try to explain to the students or in your office examples from
Absolutely.
real life case studies.
Absolutely right. And that's why people say, lots of people say कि सर theory नहीं practical बताओ.
तो अभी
Because
पिक्चर जाके
practical जब
देखेंगे,
सामने कुछ हो रहा होता है तो people can relate more with those things.
when you
So
give the
he was
example
into
of
the
that
practical.
train at the
Yes.
platform, that triggered my thought. So that's a good example. I will need to watch the movie. Thank you, Arvind.
Sure. Thank you, Prashant ji. Thank you, sir. Any other feedback I can see as in the message? There's a message from Jimmy. He says, very nice session, especially the learning. Realization is the first step to transformation. Thank you so much, Jimmy. That's so nice of you. Yes. Any other question or comments? Feel free. Nikhil says, enjoying the session, inspiring. Thank you, Nikhil.
What I can understand is from that coaching center person, that little trailer, I need to see the movie. Somehow that vested interests come in the way of some people's values.
Yes, they do
I
come.
think that's what the story is hinting at. कि वो आज भी
Yes.
श्रीवास्तव का सेंटर प्रॉब्लम में आ रहा है, इसलिए वो कुछ तो झगड़ा में लगा हुआ है।
See, there are two kinds of people. In fact, two extremes. One is opportunity and one is values. There's a set of people who only operated only on the base of opportunities. There's a set of people who work only on values. There's a whole chunk of people who work between opportunities and values. वो उनके लिए values convenience हो जाती हैं और वो opportunity के हिसाब से अपनी values को change कर लेते हैं. So for longer run, maybe they don't get sustained success, but they get immediate success.
Last year, I think there was a similar movie about the IAS exam, right?
That was a yeah. That
विक्रांत
was
मास्टर
a
का पिक्चर कुछ तो ऐसे similar था।
that was there was a movie. That was about more about की resilience. कि एक बार फेल हो गए तो दोबारा आगे बढ़ो, झुकेगा नहीं.
Good session, Mr. Ajit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Afreen.
Yes. So when, like Arvind ji said, when we'll watch the movie, we'll have our own lessons to draw from the movie, right? So let's watch and we can share all those learnings in the group as well. And there is a new plan that we have to follow. Arvind ji, we'll plan for that and we'll plan
Right.
in advance.
Let's plan for the quarter.
Yes,
3
definitely.
months.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a
Yeah.
nice weekend. Bye bye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye bye. See you all.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.